You are the teacher to your pain. You are the teacher of your medicine. So this scenario and this topic is you've been dealing with chronic pain, severe pain, repetitive pain, which means the pain shows up again. It shows up in the same place in your body and you know it well. You're always fearing it will show up again. And as it shows up, okay, it starts hurting. It starts hurting more and more. It can be on a regular basis, irregular basis, you know what I'm talking about. Migraines, even menstruation pain, pain anywhere in the body. Chronic physical pain. So it shows up and it's severe and it gets worse and it gets stronger and it hurts more and more and more. And what you want to do is you don't want to take medication, because in this world of everything's natural, everyone healing themselves with nothing, with natural remedies, with essential oils, whatever, you don't want to take that medication. But it gets so severe, so you're reaching a certain point where you no longer can cope, you no longer can function, you no longer can take that pain, and then you take the medication. You find a quick way to relieve that pain because you no longer can take it, and it's understandable. And what we do after this is quite important. That not only, okay, if this is not your scenario, then it's a whole other story. But if this is your scenario or similar to this, what you do after is you regret taking something, because then you feel the relief and then you feel like better again. And then you regret taking that medication. You think you could have done it without, and you basically punish yourself the second time. Not only you're feeling severe pain in the body first, but then you're also creating another mental pattern of guilt, of self-punishment, in the form of regretting that you took that medication, that you took that simple way out, that you should have healed yourself miraculously. The problem in this scenario is not the medication at all. The problem with severe pain is not what we do to basically relieve it, but there are two very important things that are like behind the scenes. And number one is the way you talk to yourself, what thoughts you have, what thoughts you have during the pain. What kind of guilt, what kind of regret, I overdid it, I worked too hard, now I feel this, or I got too stressed, and we punish ourselves even during that pain. Okay, so you're adding fuel to fuel that pain instead of accepting it. Okay, I'm learning from this. Okay, I'm gonna do it a different way next time, whatever. That's one line of it, that's very important, but I talk about this a lot in other videos. But what I want to talk about in this one is the teacher, being the teacher to your pain, being the teacher of your medicine. Okay, you are your medicine. You're the only one who needs to understand. But what you're missing sometimes is that your body does not know how to cope without pain. It's been so long since it's been coping with pain, that part of your body, it just automatically switches on because it thinks that's the right thing to do. That's just the way it copes. It's neutral. Pain is neutral. Okay, it's not negative or positive. It's the way your body has learned to cope. It's a coping mechanism. It's the way it has learned to deal with certain situations. So again, it instigates that chronic pain, of course, because it doesn't know another way. And plus, we're punishing ourselves for it. So it usually strengthens the pain, because we trying to suppress it or trying to avoid it or trying to regret it will only strengthen it, because the body becomes basically miserable. The body becomes like not knowing, like, so what is it that you want? And what is it that you want? You have to know how not to feel pain. And in order to do so, you must be the teacher to your body. You must be the instigator of the medicine. You are the only one who can instigate some change, okay, in your life. You're the only one who can set some new rules. Okay, maybe gut healing. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. And then the sticking to it is the essential part, because it's the learning process. Because at first, your body's reaction to something new, okay, because you've always dealt with it this way. The pain gets severe, it gets so severe you can't stand it, you take the medication, it gets better, but then we regret it. It's a vicious cycle. It repeats itself always. But this video is probably going to be a bit longer because there's a lot to cover. But it's important to understand that you need to be the one to teach your body something new. And what to your body and to your mind is new, it doesn't want it. Our mind copes with it, what it knows, and that's safe. Our bodies also copes with what it knows. Okay, if you've been eating gluten all your life and suddenly you decide to go gluten-free, your body's not gonna like it. Okay, and the same thing with medication. If you one day decide, I no longer want to take any medication, well, your body doesn't know what's instead. Okay, we always need to replace a pattern we don't like anymore with something that works. And at first it's not gonna work. The body's gonna reject it because it's like, I don't want this, this is something new, I don't know it. Okay, if it doesn't know it, it doesn't want it. But what our task here is to teach. And how you best teach is with love, with acceptance, with making mistakes. Okay, you're not gonna teach a small child to speak from day to day, right? Or to walk. He's gonna fall sometimes. She's gonna make mistakes in speaking. But we expect for some reason from us to be pain-free. We've been creating this pain for years and years, for our whole life. We've been perfecting this coping mechanism. Every time there's a situation we can't handle, the pain comes. And it frees us from that situation. It allows us to go and escape that situation. It allows us to not have to communicate or it allows us that excuse to have, okay, something hurts, I have to leave now. Okay, the body doesn't create that situation, that pain, for no reason. It creates it as a response to that situation. And what we need is to observe, okay, one line is observing when the pain occurs. We do this, okay, continuously. When the pain occurs, okay, what is happening there? And where did I bring this pattern from my past, from my childhood, from whenever? Okay, where did I bring this pattern in? And I continuously, because the pain is always happening in the same situation, if we look deep into it. And the second thing is, okay, I take that help, I take that relief, I take that medicine, I take that medication, I take that pill. But what I need to do is, this needs to become a study for me. This needs to become a learning path. Okay, what exactly happens in the body that when is the moment where I go from pain to not pain? What is happening? Because you can tune in and you can basically learn from that ability and remember that ability of your body. Because if medication has helped you to relieve pain, then it means your body's able to do this without the medication. That's just a fact. It's about, a lot of it is about belief, okay? Yes, placebo effect, whatever you want to believe it or not, doesn't matter, but it does a lot with the belief. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to relieve pain if there is some sort of, I don't know, regular medication or strong medication that helps you to relieve pain. And the same way you're able to relieve that pain. That's just a fact. But you need to learn how. You need to learn, observe deep into that situation, observe into that sensation, because it shouldn't be like we take the medication and we continue doing, we don't continue working, we ignore ourselves completely and we continue doing because we believe that's what the society expects from us. No, this is not sustainable. This will in return only make the pain severe because your body is calling you. Your body is calling you for attention. What we do need to do, okay, I receive this help, I'm happy to take this medication, and I learn from it. I learn where is the moment, where are the nuances where I go from pain to relief. Or there are different ways to learning, right? Breathing exercises, meditation, there are so many ways to prevent the pain, but sometimes you just can't because of whatever, okay? Because it's such a deep engraved habit that pain shows up, and that's okay, okay? We all have those. It's something we can't maybe see into. But another thing that can help is learning from whatever allows you that relief, whatever helps you with that relief, and observing how does it work, what's happening within your body. Maybe where do you feel different energies, the polarities of the energies, what equilibrates, right? Because usually the pain will be in one half of the body representative. The right side of the body represents our male energy, our masculine energy. The left side of the body, our feminine energy. We all have these two aspects. And so learning from this, the nuances, okay, where in the body is the relief moving to, or what's happening with it then? And learning how I can implement this into my self-healing approach, into my pain relief, so that I become the teacher to my body to heal itself again, to remember, okay, this is how I can cope in this situation without pain. I do no longer need it. It's highly possible that your body doesn't know how to cope with without pain in certain situations if you're experiencing chronic pain. And so you need to be the one to teach it. You need to be the one to remind it or introduce a new thing. Maybe there's no reminding. Maybe your ancestral line has been suffering for so long that there was no such thing as relief. And that's okay. Or there was no such thing as joy. And you're gonna be the first in line who gets the privilege, the opportunity, it's choice, to replace that suffering, that pain, with relief or ease or relaxation or joy or satisfaction or something strong, confidence, okay? And that's great. You are the teacher to your pain. You are the teacher of your medicine. And be the teacher. You must be the teacher